Hi everybody, welcome back. Now this is the second video in our TV in Caravans mini-series. Ooh, mini-series, I like that one. Well, playlist actually. And today we're going to be talking about streaming services and how you can get online services onto a TV in your caravan. Now in my last video I mentioned that we don't watch a lot of television at home, and that's true, but also something else to bear in mind is our viewing habits at home have changed quite a lot, certainly over the last few years. We're finding ourselves increasingly watching less and less live TV. In fact, everything that we watch is recorded either from our TV package or we watch online services such as Netflix or Prime Video. And increasingly, certainly over the past couple of years, we've been finding ourselves watching more and more YouTube videos. So live terrestrial TV is something that we really don't watch anymore. So in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I do that, show you some of the research that I did before Christmas, and ultimately give you some pointers and things to consider when you're trying to achieve the same results as me. Now the elephant in the room is how we connect to the internet. Anybody who's been in a caravan or a campsite will know on-site Wi-Fi or the free Wi-Fi or the hotspot which is provided for you traditionally is quite poor. So that means the only way we can do this is to use a MiFi device. And as you would have seen in my previous Wi-Fi video, that's exactly what we do. When there is no on-site facilities, we use a MiFi. Now we've just recently updated our MiFi to this one, which is a brand new Huawei, and we got this one from Kuma. That's a company you should go and check out, by the way. They do lots of solutions for caravan and motorhome owners such as myself. They've got lots of accessories and lots of solutions. Go and check them out. I'll put a link to their website down below. So before Christmas, I started to look for a suitable streaming device. Now before I introduce you to the 5 products which I've isolated down, let me give you my list of requirements. So as I mentioned, I started researching the devices with a specific list of requirements for streaming whilst in the caravan. And these are being able to use services such as Netflix, Prime Video, the BBC iPlayer, ITV Hub, and also to watch YouTube. And a requirement dictated to us by the caravan also denotes that we shouldn't be looking for a set-top box. Because space is a premium in the caravan, and because we would have to carry around an extra box, and because of where the TV is situated, power plugs are a bit of a premium, we've decided that a set-top box just isn't an option. Instead, we're focusing our search to streaming sticks. Now these are very clever. They plug into your HDMI socket in the back of the TV, and they get their power from a USB socket as well. So if you've got a fairly modern TV, you've got all the connectivity to make one of these streaming sticks work for you. That does mean though that in our search we've discounted a couple of devices already, which is a real shame. The Apple TV was a really good device. It would have done everything that we wanted it to do, but it's just too clumsy, too big, and we haven't got the power to run it as well. To make life easier, I've created a truth table with our own requirements and each device that we're going to look at. And as you can see, we've already discounted the Apple TV. But anyway, let's have a look at the first streaming stick. It's the Amazon Fire TV stick. It's priced at $39.99, although there is a cheaper version without voice control. And from our own requirements, it does everything except Now TV and YouTube. Because of an ongoing legal dispute between Amazon and Google, there is no way that they officially support or recognise YouTube as an application. There is ways you can do it. You can hack about with the system and you can download third-party applications to get YouTube to work on it, but it's not officially supported. But also the Fire TV stick just doesn't support Now TV, which brings us on to our next stick. The second device is Now TV Smart Stick. It's priced at $14.99 and is the cheapest in my lineup. It answers all my requirements except for, you guessed it, Prime Video from Amazon. So moving on to the third device, it's the Roku Streaming Stick Plus. Not to be confused by the Roku Express, which is a set-top box. This is the most expensive device in the streaming stick lineup, priced at an amazing £69. It supports all our requirements and it also offers a great deal more. The final device that we're going to look at is Chromecast from Google, and although this will answer all our requirements, we're discounting it from our lineup because it needs to be used in conjunction with a phone, tablet or laptop. We just don't want that. What we want is a product which has its own remote control, stands by itself, its own device, is not reliant on applications running on other devices. We just don't want that. It may work for you, but it's just not going to work for us. So we've discounted the Chromecast as well. So that's our lineup. And which one have we gone for? Well, there's only 2 devices that do everything that we want it to do. That's the Chromecast and the Roku streaming stick. And as I've already said, we've removed the Chromecast from our lineup, which basically means we're now looking at the Roku. and that's exactly the one that I bought. The problem was though, it was very, very expensive. But before Christmas, they had reduced the price and I managed to pick that up for £59, which is quite a good deal. So how did we get on? How did it perform? Well, it performed really well. We were able to watch a few programs on Netflix whilst we were away, things like Riverdale, which the girls are really into. But also for me, for my own satisfaction, I was able to watch the Grand Tour, which I thoroughly enjoy. 2 different platforms, 2 different streaming services, performed faultlessly. Didn't block or break up once. But then we did have an exceptionally good 4G signal, which brings me onto my next point. How much data does it actually go through? Well, there is no easy way to say this. It will gobble data. For standard definition, you're looking at about 1 gig an hour. And when I say standard definition, that is anything up to 720p. If you're going for full HD, which is 1080p, you're looking at about 3 gigs an hour. And if you're looking at 4K Ultra HD, that can be anything up to 7 gigs an hour. Now, some streaming services are a little bit less, some of them are a little bit more. But if you go for a 1 gig an hour rough calculation for standard definition, that's how much data you can go through. So what we did is we went into the settings of our Roku streaming stick and we told it that the TV couldn't play back anything greater than 720, which basically means we're going to maximize the playback, but we're not going to have a pin sharp picture. But to be honest with you, that's good enough for us whilst we're away.
There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door.
So my final point, is this tangible? Is it worthwhile doing? Is it something I would recommend? Well, look, the point is this. If you are reliant on site Wi-Fi, if you're reliant on hotspots for your connectivity, this generally may not work. You see, there just isn't enough bandwidth on campsite Wi-Fi systems because, you know, it's shared amongst a lot of people. The recommended route to do this is to use a MiFi device like the one we have. Now we're using pay-as-you-go SIMs, and at the moment the one in there at the moment is 3 internet, and we just load it up with £25 worth of data as and when we run out. We do it that way because some sites, certainly rural ones, may not have the coverage that that data provider may want to give you. So we have in the past swapped between Vodafone, 3 and EE, depending on who gives us the best connectivity. But there we go, that's it from me today. I hope this has been useful for you. We're going to continue to use it, and I'll report back later in the year to let you know if it's any good and if we continue to use it. But so far, early indications are very positive. I think though in the summer we're going to be spending more and more time outside and less time in front of the television, but being able to watch the programs that you like when you want to watch them, I think that's really beneficial to everybody. It means that screen time is once again down to very much a minimum. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope it's been useful for you. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.